Warning, this podcast contains material not suitable for younger audiences, and some material that's not suitable for older audiences. If you're part of any age group, we've found a way to offend you. Run while you still can. We are the hapless heroes.
This is just a Quinn power trip.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco. I am your host and DM. And to my left, or starting on my left, I have a wonderful cast of characters to introduce every night that you really require no further introduction, but here they are anyways. James as Hobbit the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
Dave as Zero Villain's Avatar of War.
Guys, I've got something to show you.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Maybe I should do more, and more people will know who I am.
Zach as Parrot of Lincoln Woods.
No one cares.
Massimo as Morton Mac, a.k.a. Gorgeous Mort.
Let's get this gas.
And John as Lord Geralt the Light.
Can we not hurt anyone this time?
On the last episode, there were a lot of wood puns.
So many.
Somewhere within those wood puns, you guys managed to build a cart out of enchanted wood to transport the rest of the enchanted wood out of the wood. And bring them back to the crash site where the Omega Project has it cordoned off to then deliver it for them to begin repairs on the airship. And you guys decided that your next best course of action would be to find somewhere to source the lifting gas so as to allow time maybe for any drilling projects or whatever to collect the gas while you grab the remainder of the larger items that could be maybe more easily procured and used immediately. And you rode northwest, and happened upon, as you guys towards the coast, near where the lands were that kind of were maybe thought to be sort of just natural deposits of this gas. You came upon a small village and were introduced to the elder, who seems to be a rather abrasive individual. But after some conversation, he invited you in to the longhouse, to the main hall of this little this small village, this small farming village, and start talking to you. Started pouring you some drinks. You're enjoying some of the hospitality, whatever hospitality this small community is able to muster for you. And now the elder is sitting sort of at a table by himself, facing all of you, maybe dispersed at a couple different like tables with benches, across the hall.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that Paradil is sitting next to Zero, and he kind of elbows him and says,
"Hey man, where exactly did we get this intel that the lifting gas would be here?"
No.
That was given to us by B. Bumbleson and Jimothy Merriweather, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I might say,
do you know where,
But Zero has to flip back through his notebook to remember that.
How solid was that intel, man?
He checks his notes, and because Zero keeps meticulous notes, he says, relatively solid, yes.
Yeah, it's solid.
Oh, we're looking for a gas.
Within a standard deviation.
Now, the elder is...
Literally, the last question he asked you was, okay, so what is this lifting gas? And,
So Zero would probably know what we're looking for.
Yeah. As you begin to describe, the properties of the gas, right? Like what, it occurs naturally in the ground, and it's used for filling, certain bags with to provide lift to, assist with certain engineering things, and you're kind of droning on about all the science and all the all the pieces of it, and the elder stops you. Oh yes, is it flammable?
Quite.
Oh, yes, that's actually what's powering our stove right now, yes.
Oh no.
Aha.
Yes, we use it quite a bit ourselves.
Ah, so might we barter in exchange for a certain amount?
Well, I might
Land.
just say that when
Or for a chunk of the land, yeah.
Yeah.
well, the Omega project was going to help drill it if we found it and were able
Yeah.
to, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they would be able to be much more efficient at extracting the gas from the ground because they are very high-tech lab science people, and this stuff
Yeah.
has some
Even-
value to it.
Whatever they were mining by their current means, we continue to give that to them, and just anything extra that the Omega Project's stuff would produce would go to the Omega Project.
Well, we don't need to cut a deal right now, but if we direct the Omega project your way, this could be a lucrative opportunity for you and your village.
I see. So, you, strangers, come to my land, and you make
By the way, do you have a
demands of it.
milkshake?
And you make demands. You promise me wealth and all these things, but this is but something that we use to sustain ourselves. We would need to. I mean, this is, and not to mention, we're gonna have strangers digging on my property. I don't know you. I don't know what you're about, and you expect me just to have blind trust.
Not blind trust.
You would just come here, dig a bunch of holes on my land.
Well, if you sell it to us, it's not your land.
If we drilled one hole, we would be much more efficient at extracting the gases than you are.
I've
I
worked
guarantee
hard
it.
for this land. I don't want strangers digging it up.
Sir,
Oh god.
my name is Mort.
Stop him. Please stop him.
Jarl is going to try
Nope.
to like
Somebody-
put his
He's
hand
on a
over
train.
his mouth.
Nope. He's on a train. I bite your hand.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's
Sir?
a more thing to do.
I will trade you all of the gold in my pocket for the exclusive use
Stop this, man.
of only the land that we need.
And how much is that?
Well, is it a deal?
For fuck's sake, Mort.
He's actually flat out refusing that because he sees no upside to it. I'm not even gonna make
I
you
know,
bother
and
rolling.
We're sorry that he's doing this.
He says, I'm going to repeat myself. You are strangers here. You are travelers. I will offer you my hospitality. I will offer you a warm meal and some ale. But in the morning, I think that you should be on your way. We also don't have any beds to spare, but you're welcome to make camp on the property. However, if you intend to camp out here and spend the night, I will have some of my men looking after you to make sure you don't steal anything.
Sir, you are very kind, but also very difficult in what we are trying to do.
Listen,
All right, guys,
this is
I think-
this is our private land, and I think you can understand how a bunch of strangers that I have no idea who you are come to the land that I've owned for decades and make demands and claims on it as if it is your own. If you intend to take it by force, then send your forces and kill us all, but slaughter the innocent. Or go about your merry way and let us live in peace.
Mort is mocking all the things that he's saying as he's saying them, mouthing them back as he's saying it.
Like the
While
SpongeBob,
he's telling
hands on the hips.
Why?
Why are we allowing him to do this?
All right.
When did we let him join the group?
All right.
Because
long
I
time ago.
wasn't here for this.
All right, Paradol cuts in and he says, "Sir, I'm very sorry for the way my associate is acting. That he's not representative of our normal decorum. I assure you, we will retire. Thank you for your time."
Yeah, you should take him out back and put an end to it already.
Jarl is like pushing more, kind of like back. We have seats, right?
Yes.
So he's like trying to like fiddle and grab Mort and just like keep holding him down, but he keeps jumping up and.
So
Mort eventually sits down.
Zero.
On the way out the door, Zero does kind of nod him at him like, yeah, probably.
Well, hold on. So Zero knows enough about this situation, right?
Yeah, I know what we're looking for.
But you don't know like how much.
Yeah,
Or...
there might be, if we figure out what this guy's land is, we go to where his land isn't and try to find some for ourselves.
Sure.
How would we be able
drink his
to
milkshake.
do this while still not necessarily digging holes in the land?
Well, we're going to dig some holes in some land. Let's just find some land that isn't his that might have some of this gas.
Yeah, do we know where his property line ends?
Mike,
that's
we're
okay.
going to drink his milkshake.
Okay, so
I'm missing the reference
It's
here.
there will be blood.
All right.
Okay,
Sorry.
Fucking hell.
it's a good one.
okay, I'm gonna ask that question
What?
just for understanding. Where exactly is the property that you own?
Asking for a friend.
Cartographer friend.
Like, we're not trying to step on his toes. We're happy to not step on his toes.
But what we aren't happy with is going home without any gas.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to make it easy for him. He's obviously just a stupid businessman, and
He's an idiot.
he's not very savvy. We could have made this a good opportunity for him. He's not having it.
Yeah,
Let's leave
he
him
could
out
be
now.
making more than he was without work.
The internal dialogues.
Mort's visually mad. This is not internal. Mort's mad out loud in real life.
But you all have exited. He's sort of asking this on the way out, and so he replies to you. You haven't even bothered to ask me my name, and now you want to ask me how much how much property I own.
They gave
You're
us his
on
name
my
last
land.
time.
Yeah.
No, you never.
No,
oh, yeah.
they
Yeah, yeah.
told us the name of the
You
elder.
introduced
Definitely
yourself.
told us
Right.
his name.
Okay, good.
Vegan
So
or
sorry, he was introduced to you by someone else.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you said, I am so and so. Have you heard of me? I don't remember what it was, but it was elder something. Or
Yeah.
other.
Okay.
None of us remember his name.
And no one cared.
Okay.
Zero was a little
We-
too focused
Again,
on
we don't have to
his-
externalize that.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So, he says, why don't you just make camp for the night? Maybe you and I can discuss some things in the morning. You seem like a sensible man.
I tried.
And your
You gave up the conversation.
gnome friend, too.
Yeah, because this was my plan the entire
Yes.
time.
The two of you can join me for breakfast in the morning. Your compatriots can remain at your campsite. Maybe we can discuss things further in a smaller setting.
I appreciate your hospitality. Good night.
Okay.
It's a sales technique to just lay off when the person is obviously not going to budge. Let them.
You're not charismatic.
I'm not charismatic.
But he is.
But I'm smart.
Not very aware of stuff.
But he
But I'm
is smart.
smart.
But he's smart.
And I used to be a shopkeeper.
Who's the Lord and the Captain here?
But this is like you two are like bickering now, like a fucking
On the way
married
back to
couple.
the camp.
We're literally kissing each other on our way back in.
Like having a
I used to be a shopkeeper.
Pissing
right.
contest. Oh,
think this
you
is-
owned a shop.
Yes, I know
I
my
sailed a
fucking way
fucking
around
ship,
a
dude.
sale, dude.
I sail.
You know your sales.
a
I know
ship.
my sales. All right.
Can I just say for the record that Mort is probably the most charismatic of all of us,
You choose
over
to
the top of
you,
Quinn.
you choose
I'm
to
just saying.
just take a shit all over your charisma.
Right. That's the best part of it, is that he is acting charismatic with no charisma. You are acting non-charismatic
Yeah.
with the best charisma.
I'm acting smart.
I'm acting.
I'm intelligent.
Oh, I accept that.
Because he's not.
Yeah, the only thing charismatic you have going for you is that you have a pretty face. That's about it.
Yeah.
People just literally like feel bad for you, so they give you.
It's just an empty shell there.
It persuades them to do stuff sometimes.
You guys are led by some of the elders' men.
Do we get our weapons back?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Out to just sort of across the way out into the fields. There's another small area there. There appears to be like a small lean-to set up, an extinguished campfire pit, and a few like rocks, sort of as like like benches. It's like a little camp area.
So there's already a camp area set up.
But like there's no tents or anything like that. But there's just like a little lean-to
Sure,
set up.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they like start going to like build a fire.
Oh, they do it.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this is nice.
And he kind of, one of the guys says, like, yeah, you can set your tents up anywhere over here. It's fine. Wherever you want. Just, in the general camp area. Make sure we just want to try to keep things away from the fields and the crops.
Why do you have so much of a different accent than your elder?
Oh,
Are you guys from like different places?
We have, yes. Actually, that's a very good observation. Yes, the elders taken us all in. We've many of us, folks who have lost our way, you see. But the elder saved us, helped us find land, helped us find shelter, food, community.
Can you elaborate on this? Is he what kind of is he your spiritual leader?
Is Jarl aware of any large cult activity in the?
I don't know. Are you? Would you like to roll me a history check?
Yeah. 12. No, 13.
With your knowledge of active operating cults.
Yeah. I just want to know if this sounds like cult talk to the man who was one of the biggest cults in the area.
So, I mean, there's you could probably read it like that.
Right. Does it seem like he's being religious in nature?
No, he doesn't seem very zealous.
Okay.
He seems more
we haven't noticed anything related to
he
church of any kind or anything like that.
No, he just seems very grateful.
So then this guy, the Jarrell's assumption is just bringing in wandering lost men, right?
And women and children, and it's a whole community of people that he said, just many of us have lost our way.
Okay.
So does he respond to my question?
Yeah. So you elaborate. He says, well, for example, I was a pirate.
That explains the accent.
And,
Say what?
I did some things I'm not proud of. I killed some people I shouldn't have.
Exactly.
I
Playing that line in my head.
I barely know you. I murdered someone I shouldn't have.
Just go straight.
I feel really bad about it. I really don't want to get into it. But suffice it to say that it wasn't the life for me. I was downtrodden.
You shithead. It wasn't the life for me.
That's what it took.
Yep. That was well placed.
Fran is so proud of himself. He's blowing us all
Meanwhile,
kisses.
last week we were literally pissing him off with all the puns.
He loved it.
But so I landed ashore, broke, crestfallen, downtrodden. My crew abandoned me, and I found him. I found Anthony, Elder Prophagus, and he was so kind. He invited me back to his home, and it was this small community of people he had gathered. They were growing, by the day, of all these lost souls looking for a new purpose. It was just to survive, to live off the land, and it's just so much better than the sea ever was for me.
Well, that seems odd.
If you want to talk about abandonment, let me tell you about my father.
Oh God!
Moore's going to start blabbering about his father.
Ever on the
Everyone
prowl
else
for a
walked
therapist.
This guy actually engages more completely
Right.
into this, and they kind of step off to the side. He starts telling you how you might find a great home here. He starts going more into detail, what happened, how did you lose your father?
Yeah, Mort.
All of these things.
Oh, you fit right in, more.
That sounds like you're getting
Anybody was made for a
sounds
cult.
Yeah. Mort is just a cookie cutter cult member.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia white font on
Gang
black.
joins a cult.
Or joins a cult.
Can that be what we call this episode?
Mort joins a cult.
And this is where we've taken it.
Question mark?
Yes.
But yeah, you're having a great conversation. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
The camp gets set up. You guys are starting. These guys actually start. They have some They had brought a couple barrels over with them, and there's some salted meats and things like that. And then they start to, like they're still offering you hospitality, but just now like away from
Dope.
the rest of the populace of the city or the village. And they just, maybe start sharing campfire stories or whatnot, or they start telling them.
How about do you unleash any war stories? Jarl has personally seen you do some pretty fucked up shit.
When Jarell asks that, you see that Peridot, you notice that Dilbertram kind of you see him kind of peek his head over the notebook a little bit that he's been just buried in for a little bit, and looks over at Hoblet, and then he's just kind of
makes eye contact with him.
He's paying attention now.
Right.
Yeah, right. He looks at Hoblet.
Haha, nothing I'd want to talk about in front of strangers.
Pretend like I'm not here.
It'd be easier if you weren't here to pretend like you weren't here.
It's my job.
You talk to me. You're talking to me right now. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to pretend like you're not here?
Just starts picking a fight with this stooge at the fire.
I didn't say anything. He talked to me.
He just puts his head back down and just goes back to whatever he was doing.
Where have they finished setting up camp for us?
Yes.
Okay. There's 2 people and 1 with him, so there's 3 altogether.
Yes.
Where are they in relation to what?
2 of them are sitting at the fire, maybe around where you guys are. If everyone's kind of sitting around the fire, around in the campsite, maybe Then Mort and the other guy are sort of in just a little lean-to standing area, just talking more about the elder.
Jarl is sitting next to one of them.
Quinn looks at the 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Is there any way that I could get just a little bit of privacy with my buddies here?
You ask one of the people that.
You can stand over there and watch us. I just need to talk to them about something.
Jarl looks at the one I'll say it's on the left of him. He just kind of gives him a look and just shrugs what are you going to lose with that? We're still sitting right here.
Pardon me, we need some time to plot.
Against you?
We're not plotting to kill you.
Right. Oh, God, does Hoblet say that to him? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Listen, Hoblet, this whole time, just so that you all know where he is mentally, because he hasn't chimed in very
We
much,
should know.
I am pissing myself at how poorly all of you have negotiated this situation, and you tell me that I'm not allowed to talk. Each of you played a hand in nothing. I'm just saying. Hoblet just sits back and laughs because I fuck up negotiations all the time.
But we're the ones that are supposed to be good at it.
Right. This time I shut up and you all fucked it up.
No, nobody's fucked it up.
No, with the original.
We are going to talk to him.
Yeah, they have a plan.
He is babbling about bullshit, pointing at Mort.
Or at least a loose framework.
But for the most part, we still have a handle on this negotiation.
This is all part of the
So
tactic.
you can just sit back and stop talking again.
So, the guy responds though, and he says, "I'm sorry. It's not that we don't trust you, but we follow the word of the elder. If he doesn't fully trust what's going on, if he asks us to just come stay with you, we're just gonna be in each other's company tonight. I hope you don't mind a few extra camping partners. We really don't want to cause any trouble. We don't want we don't want any trouble from you. We don't want to cause you any trouble. We're just farmers and workers, just lost souls who have found a home. I promise you, we won't hurt you."
You still got those darts?
I'm not worried about
Zero?
you hurting us.
What's up?
You still got those darts?
I just know.
I have the darts, but Zero is not paying attention. In fact, Zero turns to Hoblet. Hoblet, what sort of features would you like to see in your assault vehicle?
That's the question that comes out of his mouth.
Zero is focused in on this, and he's asking the expert.
The 2 guys at the fire, I kind of look back, just a little a little taken aback that we're talking about assault vehicles.
So-
now.
Yeah, well, Zero wouldn't
Right.
be thinking
So
about
we're
that.
on a specific mission. and we've been sworn to secrecy. And it would just go against my own elder, if you will, to
Which is
divulge
just himself.
any...
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
Please
Sorry.
don't.
Just an
No,
aside.
he's just narrator aside.
Yeah, okay.
Thought you were intelligent. Anyway,
Quinn is heated.
we have a mission that we need to keep secret. It
Okay.
would go against... I wouldn't be able to do what I need to do and get what I need from my boss if I divulged information to you. I think you can understand a little bit of that.
Fella, I didn't ask you for anything, and you just started telling me about secret missions. Like, we were just sent here to just, like, camp out with you guys and just, like, you know, like just make sure you keep an eye on you and make sure you don't steal nothing.
Right, and you can
You're
do
just,
that over
like,
there.
Life
No.
storying this dude.
Like, the whole idea is that, like, we, you know, I don't want to fight. I don't want this to be a
Neither
thing.
do I.
Right. And
So-
I'm sorry if you
so
feel like
go
we're.
over there.
I'm sorry that he says. I'm sorry that you feel like we're invading your space.
While this conversation
you
is
are.
is going on, Jarrell,
I don't feel that. You literally are in my space.
Jarrell is kicking his feet up. Again, he's sitting next to the one that's talking to you, and he's just smirking at Quinn the entire time. Because you're just bickering with this poor dude.
Yeah, because we've already gotten
How
an agreed time to have the elder's ear.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And you're trying to dig us deeper where?
how close is the guy and Mort to us at the fire?
I mean, no more than 10 feet away.
Like, you can probably hear our conversation.
Actually, at least 10 feet away because you want to have a clearance around the fire. So, yeah,
Yep.
about 10 feet away.
Peridot comes over to Quinn and he says, "Hey, we've already got an agreed time slot with the elder. Let's just go to bed."
What a great idea. And I cast sleep.
On me?
No.
Oh.
Why would he guess?
On the area.
He seems to be mad at me.
Nice.
Okay.
That was your intelligence.
So should we put
so
the
we're
assault
gonna-
ramp on the
We're
side?
going to
or
see
in
how
the
this
back?
goes. So
What's
I
going to be
cast
easier
it.
for you to charge out of with a hammer?
Okay.
I cast it.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
So the two guys, us,
Right.
okay, other guy Mort.
Yeah, you're just going to essentially place it so that you're hitting you,
I am
Mort,
hitting-
and the other guys.
Not me.
You're pretty close. What's the radius on that?
20 feet.
Uh-huh. So you're going to put it
I'm-
on just Mort and the one
I'm
guy?
casting it slightly beyond Mort.
Okay, so you're going to hit just the guy, the one guy.
What's 20 feet? You said they were 10 feet away.
Yeah, but you're still in that bubble, no matter what. You are between the people at the fire and Mort. And the guy.
Am I?
You're like all in that area.
But I would be immune to my own spell.
No, it's just it goes by the lowest hit point total first and then moves its way up.
You
Sure.
really just want to have some quiet time with the
So
fellows. huh?
you cast sleep, so
I
just
I
You wouldn't
cast
knock
sleep.
any of us out.
roll me some things.
Okay. I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So I've hit 36 HP.
36 HP.
So the lowest ones get eaten up first, right?
The
Yes.
3 of them fall asleep. What's your hit point maximum?
62.
Okay. The 3 of them fall asleep.
I was hoping they were super low. Okay. Cool. Hey guys.
You really needed to do that? Mort was like dead in the middle of this wonderful conversation.
Yeah, the
I
two,
mean, I didn't think I needed to get the other guy, but because I feel like you were distracting him enough. But I feel like it was just safer to get all 3 of them asleep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give you a big what the fuck. What the
No.
fuck?
No. I feel like Mort was just like mid sentence. Dude fell asleep and he didn't even notice. Just Mort keeps going.
You just keep going.
He's talking to somebody who was just asleep.
Can you?
I like that.
Can you?
Sure.
All right. So with the 4 of you, because Mort is still babbling to nobody,
No. He's babbling to somebody. They're asleep.
they're just asleep. I want to know more about this gas and like where we can find it.
Well, we had a meeting with the elder.
I
But,
was-
I think you're in the midst of fucking that up.
I don't see how.
You're doing something pretty surreptitious right now.
Who? What are you?
You just cast sleep on 3 dudes to do something surreptitious.
Why are you angry
Is
about
Paradil
this?
yelling that at Quinn?
I'm not angry, but it's funny.
Paradil is like ready, like to like businessman this shit.
When the fuck
done
did
deal?
you become so moral?
Well, he's always been a
I'm not being
businessman. He's a
moral. I'm trying to
businessman.
achieve a fucking goal.
Me too. So
Hashtag me too.
I'm not sure that's what it was intended
No,
for.
no,
That's what it was about getting
Misconstrued
your
it.
goals.
I would like to, and I tell this to the group, I would like to do some snooping.
Okay. What kind of snooping would you like?
None
to do?
with Hoblet or Mort or
I'm actually a
Jarrell.
good snooper.
You're a terrible snooper.
Yeah, but this sounds devious as fuck, and you're gonna leave me out of it.
But you're loud as fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Your mistake, my friend.
I also
he could
think
only-
you're wildly
I
mistaken.
feel like the only person I'm going to be able to persuade is Paradil, and clearly he's already upset with me.
And
about
he's
this.
only
I mean,
soup-
you got the ball rolling. I'm ready to roll with the ball,
Right.
but all I'm saying is like we had a good plan to just meet with the elder and talk to him. You know, so we could have gotten something done.
And Quinn is doing.
Well, here's the thing. So
You're kind of hobleting this situation socially.
we don't have to follow the plan.
Right. Plans change.
That's
I'm
a
just
good point,
saying-
Hoblet. I mean Quinn.
Well, no, but shut up. I put them to sleep so that we could talk without them knowing what we're talking about.
Right, now
when
things
they wake
change.
up, they're just going to think, "Oh shit, I fell asleep."
Yeah,
We don't have to do anything.
in mid conversation.
I'm giving us.
we all 3 just fell asleep out of
You've
nowhere.
never
with these
done that in your
strangers.
life. You've never been so tired where suddenly you wake
Yeah.
up 3 hours later and realize you fell asleep and.
Yeah, I've
in the
never
middle
been
of a
a
conversation.
world-weary traveler who's lost his path and found his way into like a weird commune cult, and then been visited by 3 very, very suspicious, or however many 3 very suspicious strangers, probably with magical abilities, and then me and 2 other guys just fell asleep out of
That's
nowhere.
never happened to you?
I've never
That's
gone
never happened
from
to me.
wide
So, it
awake
could
to
happen, though.
asleep. Isn't that
So-
like narcolepsy? Isn't that what?
Zero leans over to Quinn. Be really offended when they wake up. How dare they fall asleep while you're talking to them?
That's what I'm saying.
So what Zero suggesting is be there when they wake up.
So,
Also,
but
suggesting he gaslight them into thinking that they fell asleep on him.
well, okay. So we're wasting time with this. I wanted to be able to have a private conversation. They didn't give it to me, and I got it for myself.
Okay.
So, is anybody on board to invisibly snoop around?
Jarrell is still smirking at you.
Yeah, totally. Like we pretend to go into our tents to sleep, and breeze blows the thing flap open. But we're invisible and stuff.
Right. So I feel like we can still be here when they wake up, and then, oh, we're all so tired,
You Irish now?
and then.
How long are they asleep for?
You don't know.
Yeah, Zero will be there
We
the
can
whole
wake
time
them up.
anyway, doing his nightly maintenance routine along with.
If we interact with them, it like breaks the spell.
Oh, if you
Or
interact with
How
them.
about I am interacting with one of them
Well, like,
right now.
No,
touch
it's like
them.
you have to actually use your action to wake them.
Yeah,
I was
you
just,
have to wake
I was
them.
just.
If you hit them or try to wake them, they wake up.
I have a. Why don't you just position them near me in the lean-to, and when they wake up, I'll still be fucking blabbering at them, and they'll all think they were just like woke up, and I'm just fucking talking. I'm completely
This is a
engaged.
Massimo
They'll
plan,
be distracted.
That's actually a good
Still be
plan,
distracted.
Chris.
yeah,
I imagine.
that's honestly pretty solid.
Yeah.
Just put them all near
Like,
me,
it's-
so you guys can go
Yeah,
wander.
it's
So-
absolutely believable.
So, is there a way for me to just as Mort is
Who is carrying the people to Mort?
Oh, no. Hold on. So I am going to, while Mort is blabbering, just kind of guide him back toward the fire.
Uh-huh.
Where he then sits down.
So he walks away from the dude who's literally sleeping standing up.
This is some.
Oh, he's still standing up?
Yeah.
By the way, can I interject? This is some like solid hapless shit.
It really
As
is.
hapless as it gets.
Branded.
We're talking about carrying sleeping people over to like position them into who knows who
Ruining
knows
the whole
what.
plan. Listen, if Felix can do fucking bullshit shit behind our backs, I can too. Fine. So
This is just a Quinn power trip.
I am literally being democratic about this.
Hold on. Did you offer them a choice before you just cast
Oh,
people
not for them. I'm talking
You're
about the
being
people
about
I
as
care about.
democratic as
Yeah,
our
no.
current sitting president.
I'm being democratic with the people that are in my party.
But the guy,
But
who
no,
said-
you're
the
doing
guy-
you're doing representative
Right. This is a Quintatorship.
legislation. That's literally Republican, the opposite of
Plus,
democratic.
it's totally
But what-
unnecessary. The guy was like, "Listen,
What
all
is-
we're
I'm
trying to
keeping-
do, all we're trying to do is make sure you don't steal shit." And you're like, "Asleep.
gonna knock
There's no
everybody
possible
out."
way I can possibly get any privacy, even though you're just gonna look at us from afar, probably."
Like, we could have had the conversation.
All you had to do was whisper to me, man.
We could have had the conversation with the elder. Then the next day snooped around all we wanted on the way
Us
out.
sitting there whispering to each other is really gonna look.
They don't care. They don't care. They just want to make sure we don't
Right.
take anything.
That's fine. And then that
Were you
sucks. They
planning on
thought-
taking something?
Why are you all so angry about this?
I just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that you're doing.
I'm not angry. This is awesome.
It's just fucking funny.
You know what's hapless about this is the fact that they're gonna wake up momentarily, and we've wasted this conversation and this opportunity.
No, you've already said the plan. We're gonna be invisible.
Are we doing that?
Sure.
I asked you.
Yes, I already said yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
down with
God.
it.
But I'm not being democratic. Whatever. I don't care.
Quintatorship.
You can't back us into a corner.
And then we're like, backed anybody in a corner.
You're
I
already
said, here's a plan. I didn't want
Alright.
them to hear the plan, so I went sleep.
Yeah.
And here's
so
the
that's
plan.
exactly my thought process. Like, you're already doing whatever the fuck you want anyway. So I'm like, why not? Let's be invisible and snoop around.
I could have just gone invisible and done it myself anyway.
That's true.
You're only bringing Paradil with you.
Like, I'm sorry I tried to keep you guys into the conversation.
That's
My bad, guys. Sorry I was being such a dictator in my democratic way of doing this.
Quintator.
Republican way of
I
doing
hate
this.
you all.
Dude, don't apologize. It's fucking hilarious either way.
Bullshit. My face hurts. That's all I have to say. This is bullshit.
You're still doing what you want.
Yeah, you're
None of
still
us
doing
can
whatever the
stop
fuck you
you.
want.
You just say no. Just say no. It was a fucking thing in the 80s.
You didn't even invite Jarrell. He's still sitting by the fire watching more talking three passed out people.
Hold on. So let me share my observation.
Oh shit. I'm shaking.
So, Mike, I'm having a hard time drawing the line as to where Quinn ends and Mike has begun, or if like.
Well, where's your definition of democracy and dictatorship?
Because I just-
Where's that line?
Because I just feel.
Oh wait, I can put it on a sliding scale right under the chili sliding scale from last month.
I feel you getting a little heated, and I just want to make sure that you're not feeling like it's personal.
Oh no.
My face hurts. I feel
Okay.
Quinn's just very upset that he let his friends in on the plan, on a plan that they could easily reject.
Can I stop you right there?
Yep. Do it anyway.
Can I stop you right there? Quinn is upset that he just came up with a plan when there already was a plan. Stop.
Look at that.
Easy, Quinn. He's ready. He's
You are hot right now.
Hold on.
I'm just wondering, is this Felix speaking?
No. This is the world speaking.
Oh, like the NPR show?
No. So you came up with the plan after there was already one established
What plan?
Hold on.
that you were going to meet the
Go to
elder
bed and talk to the guy
in
the
the
next
morning.
day.
Hold. Ready? We're just going to keep going. Okay. Then decided to enact your plan without consulting anyone, just boom, sleeping people. And then be like, hey guys, so this is what I was planning on doing. And then expecting everyone to just be like, oh, okay. It's Quinn's plan. We never had one to begin with, right? Yeah, this is totally the sensible course of action because it's Quinn's plan.
Quinn, you
I'm
heard
sorry
of
you're
the
not
plan?
here, Felix.
You came in like a fucking wrecking ball, and then just voluntold these guys.
I
we're gonna go
not
do some
Miley
sneaky
Cyrus,
shit.
thank you.
No, you're,
Even when Hoblet
Like I
does
said-
his thing, he knows he's not being diplomatic.
like I said before, you're sort of like socially hobleting this.
Like when I decide I'm
But
just
that's
gonna
my
go off
forte.
and
Right.
If he can smash shit, I'm gonna tell people what to do.
but I don't tell you guys like, oh, you had a choice in my smashing.
But you do.
Mike, so you invented a plan in
You're
Quinn's head.
delusional,
Quinn had a
Yes.
plan in his head
Quinn has a plan.
that he immediately enacted by putting them to sleep. Already had not included Jarrell, Hoblet, Zero, and Mort.
And then it was
And
just
that
like,
was your idea of a democratic plan in Quinn's head.
Like you thought of a plan and then just
You're like, we're gonna go
let me-
invisible, but
let me-
I'm not gonna take
let me-
any of you.
And not a single one.
Paradil.
Paradil.
You knocked him out. You're like, I've got a plan. None of you can come with me except Paradil. Hey, Paradil, want to go invisible and snoop around with me by myself?
And why the
And
fuck
us.
not?
With this
We're
party
already here.
dynamic, we're the ones who are going to save the world.
that's democracy right
What have
there.
we done?
I'm just
really glad these guys are
I really
asleep
didn't
for all this.
anticipate. I didn't anticipate spending 15 minutes figuring this out.
I'm so glad we did.
I do feel like I need to apologize in some fashion to somebody.
Everybody.
no.
I apologize
However-
for nothing.
Right. No.
I
by
regret
your
nothing.
plan.
It's between you and Valen now, Quinn.
I want to know more about the gas and where it comes from.
Yeah, we
And I
should like
feel
go
like-
to sleep and talk to the guy the next day.
You're gonna find out at night by yourself.
You're all right.
Bring a science robot.
Let's just
The science
Let's-
robot is figuring out how to spring load the side assault platform.
let's go and talk to the old man who clearly wants to give up none of his land, who has already told us no. But let's go talk to him again tomorrow morning.
You know
He'll
we
change his
can
mind,
just
for
snoop
sure.
around when
Let's
we
just do
leave,
that.
right? We can just snoop around when we leave.
We can do it right now in the dark
But we can figure out
when
everything.
nobody's watching us.
Wait,
You guys want to play laser tag?
no, how the hell are we
He
going to see
literally
in the
is the
dark?
authority on sneaking around in this
All
party.
have dark vision. That's how
can't.
I can see for 60 feet in the dark. In any direction.
I should have just fucking done it myself.
You
I
did!
shouldn't have told anyone. You did. I should have just went, I'm going to bed, went to my tent, went invisible, and nobody would have known the difference. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, that sounds really true.
So
you know
Quinn.
You know what happened? Y'all fucked the pooch.
Oh no!
Somehow this is our fault.
We have to cut back into game with you and Paradil wandering
We're
around
not
in
in
the
game
woods.
right now. This is all going
I
on.
thought this was in game.
This is all happening. This is all
I
happening.
feel like we are literally bickering. I'm pretty sure the village has now woken half up.
Already bickering over these three passed out bodies who could wake up at any time, and we're in full bicker mode.
It's the perfect
scene.
I can't.
I'm gonna cast sleep again.
No, I'm not gonna waste a fucking 3rd level spell again.
Hold on. He literally just put them to sleep just so you guys could have this conversation in private.
Right.
This argument.
Have they
Didn't go
woken
as
up
planned,
yet?
did it, Quinn?
No, but we'll follow Felix with every plan that he comes up with.
You shouldn't do that
You
either.
are just
Right.
salty.
Yeah.
That's it. You're just
We
salty.
shouldn't
just
be
saying-
doing either of these.
The one time.
Listen, me as Francesco never told you that you should always listen to Felix. Felix tells you that
Right.
you should always listen to Felix.
Correct. And somehow this group of people always agrees and follows you.
'Cause he has
And yet
good
the
plans.
one time.
You're in charge.
Yeah, we never rib never ribbed
right.
Felix at
No,
all.
never. Not even once, right? No, he's been one of the most respect. That's why James had to write in
I
his
had to
notebook.
write it in my notebook
Hey,
to be nicer
go
to him.
easy on Felix.
Of course, Quinn would be enough of a narcissist to not notice.
Because
this.
even Hoblet recognized the value that I had brought to a situation. I digress.
Oh, like the 4 times you almost got us killed.
I digress.
Gotcha.
It was
We
only
almost
4.
get killed literally every time we do.
Well, no,
anything.
Quinn's digressing.
We're just gonna,
Parking lot bet.
yeah, just hop right over
Like,
that one.
Like, don't gloss over the fact that we do live this life of adventure and danger. And,
Right.
Like, Dilbertram is finding out that we literally go from one perilous situation to another.
Okay.
And
Did he write all this down?
So, all in favor of going invisible.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
you all.
Do I get to go
Alright.
invisible, Quinn?
Sure.
I break conversation.
I will be
from-
invisible.
I break conversation
Sure.
from all of the sleeping men.
Since I'm being so democratic.
See, that's what democratic is. Everyone gets a vote.
Mort's gonna stop talking to all the sleeping people and look at you and say, "Can I come too?"
Can I just make an analogy here?
uh-huh.
When somebody's holding a grenade with the pin pulled, and they're like, "Can we vote on throwing this grenade?" That's what it feels like. That's what it sort of feels like.
Like, yeah, we're gonna fucking throw it, man. Because if you drop it, it's gonna blow
Jesus
up in
Christ,
our
just
lap.
throw it.
Throw it already.
Because fucking up this social interaction here is exactly what we do.
that was
right.
perfect.
And we're the ones who are going to save the world.
And now we're there.
I
So,
think Quinn's sense of democracy has tweaked to a traditional sense of democracy where he has learned that you know
Poor
what?
people and kids get to vote.
Paradil goes into his tent and tries to cast sleep on himself.
Is that a ritual?
Yeah.
you have no idea
you have
how
to
to do that.
re-ritualize?
Paradil
Yes,
goes
but
to
he's
his
got
tent,
towels.
starts pre-ritualizing nature's sleeping pill, and goes to sleep.
Okay.
Mort starts talking to the 3 asleep strangers again.
Do you make Jarl invisible or not?
Right. I was promised invisibility. Hamlet's not going to bed.
Well, at least Jarrell's an adult.
So I put my hand on Jarrell's shoulder and I say, "You're invisible." And I walk away. I don't actually cast the spell.
You look at your
Cold-blooded.
hand, and it's there.
Oh yeah, Jarl clearly realizes that he's not invisible, and just
How do you
kinda
know?
Like, would he not know?
He
If I
would
was,
know.
whether or not I was invisible.
When you're invisible, you can't see yourself.
right? Is that
You're
true?
invisible.
You would know that you're invisible.
Right. So I just kind of like shrug it off and continue to watch more.
Actually, you know what? Let's do it.
Oh sure, insight.
Let's put it to an Arcana
about
check. An Arcana check.
What about insight versus deception?
I mean, this is an arcane
he-
spell.
Okay, so I would know. Oh, I don't have any Arcana, really? 18 still.
Yeah, you know that you're not invisible.
Okay.
Mort
Whatever,
stopped
I still
caring
leave him
about
with
the
that.
I'm
entire
just.
situation.
I think Hoblet and Jarl are just laughing at this point.
Yep.
It's super amusing.
Hoblet is very I wish we were invisible.
How much time has gone by
So do
from,
I, friend.
from him casting sleep till now?
About the length of that conversation, which was like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Nice.
Nice.
An unneeded 20 minutes.
Oh, it was needed. That clarification was necessary.
Well, yeah. That was good radio.
These guys are asleep. Hey, these guys are asleep, and they're
Still getting talked to by Mort.
well, they're like sleep in the
Talked at.
How? What would be too much to wake them up?
Like shaking them, yeah.
What about like rifling through their pockets?
Yeah, I mean, it could stir them awake, yes.
Could it or could it not?
It could.
It could.
But it could not as well.
It also could not.
It's like they're just asleep. So anything
almost
that
like
could
there
wake
would
you
be a
up
check
might
for
wake
that.
them up.
Right. It sounds like you would, probably need to make an active ability, like, like
Hoblet's going
attempt.
to walk over to the sleeping bodies
Uh-huh.
and just have a little.
Have you arranged them in any different way, or are the two dudes just slumped over, like, kind of like leaned over themselves asleep by the fire, and the one dude standing up next to Mort? Have you arranged them in any way, or are they still in the exact same position?
The two passed out by the fire seem fine.
Yeah.
The one by Mort, we're just leaving him standing.
Well,
Nobody wants to wake
Like,
him up.
Oh,
we'll
I
set
thought
the
we
scene
brought
with
him-
something believable while the people who are being sneaky be sneaky. Like Zero can just kind of chill out there doing his self-repair routine. Like them falling asleep was the most natural thing in the world, and they should not think anything suspicious about waking up, around the fire, because people fall asleep around the fire.
Yeah. You guys were really close to actually
Yeah.
putting that into action, the force plan, but
let's
it just like...
let's just treat it like it's normal, and the people who are going to be sneaky, and we'll just not talk about where you guys are, and we'll just keep doing our thing, like it's the most natural thing in the universe.
So we should move the guy that's standing up asleep probably to
yeah,
So
yeah,
next
just
to you,
even something
next
to the
to the-
ground, or into a seating position.
Yeah.
Something believable.
All of them sitting facing Mort still. So he's just talking at them. And I'm still
Well, it
sitting,
can't all be believable.
I'm still sitting next to one of them. Jarl is kind of with his eye on Hoblet.
And
Okay.
Because we're the only ones really sitting at the fire still.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking to see if there's anything interesting in their pockets.
So you're going to start rifling through their pockets?
Well, I'm not touching them. I'm just
You're just looking.
I'm not
right.
touching you.
I'm looking
not
to see if
touching
the
you.
touching would be necessary.
So you're giving him the ocular pat down.
Jarl says to you, these men seem like they have nothing.
Make me an investigation check. These guys are, I mean, they have like some like very simple weapons with them.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm
Um,
good.
And they don't seem to be carrying any coin whatsoever. In fact, they don't really seem to be carrying very much at all. Besides,
What's on their feet?
With just like wooden sandals.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So you don't rob them.
No, I don't rob
Do
them.
we go to sleep?
Not worth it. Yeah, I'm going to bed.
So my plan to sneak around was shit, but he can try to rob them while they're asleep.
It wasn't about the plan.
And it wasn't about.
It was not about the
so
content
you
of
didn't?
the plan.
Are you invisible, or did you bother to do that?
Is sure.
I don't know.
So you do want to do that. I mean, honestly, no one said your plan was shit.
Yeah.
We were just simply commenting on the fact that we were.
Quinn thought it was a democracy.
I'm gonna do
Right.
my thing, obviously,
Yeah.
to cover for you.
So
Just the tactics that you used were pretty funny.
Yeah, that's it. We were just admiring
The-
the decision making
Yeah.
that was happening at that side of the
Admiring.
table.
Yes.
Admire.
I mean,
oh, please! It was admirable.
It was.
I thought it
was
was
hilarious.
a great use of the spell.
I
So-
thought. So,
yeah.
I mean, I thought so too.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly.
right.
Yep.
I wasn't shitting on your plan.
My plans don't fail.
Do you want to have Quinn wander off?
We were just making really funny observations about how the party gets to this
So
place.
who's going invisible?
I went to bed. Hoblo went.
Yeah.
I think it's
Paradil's asleep.
yeah. So you have your options are now Mort and Jarrell.
Jarl's smiling at you. He sees you walk back out of your tent.
And Mort's no longer paying attention to you.
Okay, so
So you have Jarrell.
so you are willing to sneak around a small village.
Oh, I just said I wanted to be invisible.
I guess you might be on your own now.
Which I should have just done in the first place.
Correct.
Okay.
Do you want to wander off invisible by yourself?
Nobody really knows you're gone.
Oh.
Not in that way. No, you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, maybe if he were to say, "Hey guys, I'll be right back.
People would just think you're.
They
asleep
already
in
know
your
what my
tent.
plan is.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you go invisible, only Jarrell sees you go invisible.
And I guess more.
And as long as Jarrell knows what you're doing, I guess at least someone knows what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Just invisibility? Like invisibility,
Yeah,
right? Not greater invisibility or anything like that. Just regular, plain old invisibility.
Greater invisibility.
You have greater invisibility.
Yes.
Okay, burn that spell slot, baby.
Yep.
You cast it. You are now greatly invisible. It's pretty great invisibility.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest invisibility, but it's greater than just invisibility.
Right.
It's great invisibility.
You'll be invisible even when walking on a grate.
All right. So I make my way. I can't believe I'm going
Only
by
while
myself.
walking.
Okay.
The first rule of D&D: don't split the party. But
We
here I
have
go.
done that now.
I walk into the village.
Okay. On your way to the village, make me a perception check, please.
Good gracious.
You did it, didn't you?
Oh Lord.
Of course he did.
Hold on. I have life here.
Like the first roll of this entire.
Oh God.
Let's not separate the party.
This-
Hey, Quinn,
this-
roll your die.
100%.
This is literally my first rolling of a D20 in 2 sessions.
Uh-huh.
And I did roll a nat 1.
Okay.
However,
However,
I'm going to burn a lucky spot.
you should do that for sure.
I'm going to re-roll that check.
Sounds good.
Almost.
11.
Okay, nothing looks out of the ordinary on your way in. I mean, there's like a slight breeze kind of rolling through the area, kind of coming off the coast.
Okay.
It's relatively quiet. What you do see though is there's a few people, men and women, sort of patrolling the area. I mean, they're not like doing much. I mean, you can just see they kind of just kind of making sure, like maybe checking for wild animals or something like that. But they just have torches and like, you know, their weapons are sheathed. They're not like drawn, like they're not like on guard. You know what I'm saying? But they're just sort of keeping an eye on the town at night. Probably the people who are posted up for watch for the evening.
So, just from observation-wise, they seem a little lackadaisical.
They just, I mean, they seem like they're looking around, but they're not like, they don't seem aggressive, you know, or like hyper vigilant, but they're just, you know, just keeping their eyes open on the fields. You're kind of hiding right now, or actually, you're not really hiding at all. You're just walking right up because you're freaking invisible.
Right.
Right.
So, do I notice anything that would clue me into like where the gas is coming from, for like where they're getting it from?
Surveying the grounds a bit, you do see that there is like one of the buildings. Looks to be it's like sort of off to the side of the longhouse, kind of back behind another set of houses. There appears to be like a more of a circular, like a cylindrical shaped like hut, like made out of like sort of thick branches, and you can see almost like a tiny little like puff of like white smoke kind of coming out from the top of it.
Is there a door?
Is there a door?
Like how would I get inside the hut?
You probably have to go further in to figure it out. It's kind of hiding behind some buildings right now.
Okay, I go further in.
Okay. So you're invisible, but not completely silent. You know, so I would like for you to roll me a stealth check because you still make noise when you move. You just can't be seen.
Can I ask what the difference between invisibility and greater invisibility is?
Yes,
So
you
greater
can.
invisibility is that I can attack and do things without losing my invisibility.
Right.
If I attack or get hit when I have regular invisibility, I lose my invisibility.
Yes. Yeah. Essentially, and then if you get hit when you have greater invisibility, you have to make a concentration check, and then
Right.
But
I can attack without
yes.
losing my
So
invisibility.
essentially, right, because like regular invisibility is broken the moment you attack or cast a spell. But with greater invisibility, nothing breaks it unless you break your concentration on it.
It seems a little bit greater.
It's much greater.
Yeah. Well,
It's pretty great.
It's greater.
it's pretty great. It's a little bit greater.
Yeah.
Could be greater, but
Anyways,
you know.
Great is.
so Quinn,
So stealth check.
stealth
sorry.
check, please. Yeah.
I was like, what am I rolling for again? Fuck me.
You're probably gonna want to. You know what?
Say nothing.
You do.
Let him make his own decisions. We're here now.
We're here.
Shit, I don't want to burn all these though.
Paradol's back in the tent, and he pipes up and says,
I'm gonna burn another lucky feat.
Sure. Really?
Because I rolled a 3, which would have been a 9. And now I have an 18.
Okay. Nice and quiet. You almost step on a branch, and then you like kind of stop
I
yourself,
notice, yeah.
and then like step over it. And you make it, further into the village, and you can see that this hut, the door seems to be on the right side of the building, kind of from where you're facing it. It's on the right, like it's just. I mean, it's not too far away. You could probably make it there.
Yeah, is there anybody like around?
Yes, there are actually 2 people posted outside it.
Huh.
You can make me another perception check, please.
12.
You can hear some sort of drone, like very, very low. Can't tell what it is. You don't know if it's voices. You don't know if it's mechanical. You have no idea what it is. But there's just like a sound coming from, like inside the hut, but like far away.
So you said it was the hut's made of like
thick branches, kind of like
branches.
woven together. There's
Sure.
thinner like vines, kind of sort of used to like string it up and like maintain its structure.
Can I look to see if there's any sort of like breakage in the walls?
Absolutely. Investigation check. We'll do that for that.
24.
Oh yeah. You managed. There's a kind of a nice little gap in one section of it towards the back of the hut, and actually in here, like it actually looks like just like a larger tent, but you can see that through the hole, like there's almost like something appears to be like there's like it appears to be some like crude furniture kind of placed a little haphazardly over what appears to be a trap door of some kind. Sort of like dug, and then like you can see like some of the dirt and like from the ground has just been sort of moved around it a little bit.
I mean, I have no way of getting in there without getting past those 2 guards. So there's a trapdoor inside this hut, and I see the white smoke. Do I know where the white smoke is coming
There
from?
is a very thin pipe. It looks like a branch, honestly, but it appears to be, if you look at a closer inspection, like looking through, it's like a just like a more of a rusty metal, but it's leading all the way down. It's almost like a tiny little exhaust pipe.
Man, you should
into the ground.
Into the ground.
you should cast sleep.
Don't forget that spells have verbal components. to them.
All right.
Yeah. Do I notice if there's any other huts that look like this around?
No,
So this is the only one.
the only one shaped like this. We're gonna actually hold here for a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut back to the camp. Zero, I'm assuming you're the one keeping watch.
Yep.
You hear a rustling in sort of the tall grass around you. Do you like quickly respond? Like, do you like pull a weapon out or something like that, or do you?
Zero
How do you?
would have his weapon close since he's more than likely doing maintenance on Reason as part of his self-maintenance. So yeah, he does ready it towards wherever the rustling is.
Okay. You see after a moment like a hand sort of like pull some of the grass to the side, and you see like a head peek out. It appears to be the woman who was inside of the house, the longhouse, the
Alright.
pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And she's like looking around, and she sees you with your gun, with your
Yeah.
crossbow drawn, and she like puts her hands up.
Yep. Zero immediately points the weapon upwards,
Okay.
away from her.
So she slowly creeps towards your campsite, like maintaining eye contact with you. You also see her kind of sort of glancing slightly around at the campsite, and she's like looking over the people who are sleeping, and just
Yeah.
like, just trying to make sure. It's almost, she seems she looks afraid.
Yeah.
And she comes up to you and she says, "Are the others asleep?
They are.
You must help us." "Well, me, us." And she like kind of points at her belly. I don't like it here. I can't tell you. Well, Can you take me away from here?
Zero immediately kind of caps up his writing instrument, snaps the book closed, and his eyes go red, and he is gone from creative to war mode.
Oh.
And like any warrior of a force for good, we are damsel in distress. Okay, yeah, we're doing this.
Okay.
This is a thing we are doing now.
She's like, well, no, I didn't mean like.
Just go full murder mode.
No, please.
And y'all thought I was crazy.
I don't want any more violence. There's been enough bloodshed already. I have seen too much. I have seen too much blood spilled.
Oh no, only if they object.
Honestly, I just want you to take me and my child away from here, like now, tonight, immediately. I fear what they'll do with him.
All right. As soon as we have everyone together, I think we can do something with this.
Is everyone together?
Unfortunately, not at the moment. We seem to have one unaccounted for.
Are you dumb?
No,
Oh my god.
Sit,
he's
stop.
like me, but worse.
I know. I'm
Stop.
sorry. Okay.
Stop. When will they return? Where have they gone? Like we need to leave. If the elder finds out I'm gone,
And Zero has kind of turned half of his attention back towards screwing something in with his weapon. He's listening, but doesn't have the
emotional sort of gravitas to right.
Yeah, if there's an immediate threat, he can go full in on,
You see, pretty much said,
defending.
yeah.
But Shades of Grey aren't really working with him right now, and his attention is sort of getting dragged back to what's familiar for him.
Does it mean you'll help me? I don't understand. I see that the others are here sleeping, and they can't know I'm here. They'll take me back.
Are you?
Is Mort the only one still awake?
And still jabbering at the sleeping gun. Yes. So you break me mid-conversation. As I was saying, can you believe he never came home? And then I turned my head towards you and towards the lady, and I heard what she was saying. And I'll just offer her this.
I'm going to say that real quick before you offer anything.
Yeah.
Before they were magically put to sleep, you were very smitten with this elder Pophagus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With his message, his whole idea of this community. So, I want you to come in with that context as well.
Ah, son of a bitch.
You weren't indoctrinated to anything. I'm not saying you're some crazy cult person, but I'm just saying you have a fondness for the message that was presented to you. Yes.
More slightly clear-headed in a way that, is not very Mort-like. He says, it seems very nice here. All of the people I've met, other than your elder, have been very kind to me, and they've listened to my problems, unlike my friends here. But we have a meeting in the morning, and we can talk about this further. So, for now, can you just please go home and then come back tomorrow morning, and we can figure this out? You're safe here. We're here. You have been here. We can do what we can for you, but it will have to wait.
No. I can't go back there. I can't go back there. You don't understand.
All right, let's go. And then I get up, I walk out of the campsite with her.
You just start walking away.
Just start walking.
Okay. Morris starts walking away with this woman. And that's what we're going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
Oh my god.
First off, everyone else fell asleep and just left Mort by himself at a campsite to do what he wanted to do.
With Zero.
Yeah,
With Zero.
Zero is...
In war mode, apparently.
Yeah, he's not quite in a good place to process situations like this that might involve delicacy or subtlety. It's not working for him
Can I
right now.
I'm just
say,
glad Quinn wasn't around to deal with the pregnant lady.
Listen, Mort tried to do a good thing, by holding off until the rest of the party could have a say. But nobody was there to kind of keep me in check, so.
Yeah.
Right.
I had plenty of things I wanted to say. My character was asleep.
Right.
Sucks to suck. You had to go invisible. You just had to go do it.
I didn't do anything.
So,
I've done nothing.
if you like what you heard, you can find us on the internet. We are on such places as Twitter and Instagram at Hapless Heroes. We have a subreddit. It's /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. A lot of those places will point you to our amazing and awesome, super fun, crazy, cool time Discord server, where we have great conversations with you and the rest of our fans and our friends, and everyone just kind of joins in on talking about the show, or talking about world building, or talking about cats or tacos, or whatever it is, whatever tickles your fancy.
A dictionary is not a book.
We are very opinionated.
So does that mean an encyclopedia is not a book?
No.
Encyclopedia is more of a volume.
Again, just a sample of the great conversations and debates that you can become a part of that will go on endlessly and never resolve ever, because everyone is entitled to their own opinions and no one is going to budge at all.
No.
I disagree.
It's a reference book. Reference books are books.
Correct.
And if you really, really, really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. It really helps us kind of grow in our audience and bring more people into this weird thing that we've been doing for the last couple of years. Also, you know, if since we really appreciate your words, we will give you a personal thank you and 5-star review of your own on the air, if you so choose or want or whatever. We're just gonna do it. And if you really like us, I mean, like die-hard super fan, you can donate to our Patreon page. We have some fun, cool rewards, some bloopers, some other unreleased audio. You can give us some story ideas and name things. I mean, really, honestly, I need to start fixing some of those rewards, because that's just shit we do on our Discord server anyways for free. So, Tasteful Nudes might be a part of things. I hope not, actually.
$5.
I really want to stop promising those. But yeah, there's some fun shit in it. I'm going to keep updating it with more cool stuff as I think of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff on our Discord. Just going back to it, it's probably the best decision we've made as a podcast, like in the last year.
You also
or
do
so.
get a really shiny label on our Discord server, a golden or golden orange designation. You know, stand out from the crowd.
And a special chat room.
And that's true. It's very exclusive. It's a very exclusive lounge for very exclusive
Can't
people.
even tell you what we talk about in there.
No, it's so exclusive.
It's the best stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
All the best stuff. If you think this is the best stuff, it's not. It's in there.
Yeah.
It's so
That's the
exclusive.
best stuff.
It's
Yeah,
super
the
exclusive.
regular chat is sort of like the buttermilk, where this is like the Patreon chat. Heavy cream, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Full tilt. Full tilt.
I like buttermilk.
Yeah, but have you ever had heavy cream?
Who are you asking right now?
Does the answer vary?
And if you like us right now, you like us Sally Field and the whole deal, baby. Oh yeah. Disguise yourself as a small child and go to school at an elementary school and become the greatest actor. Actually become a shitty actor. So they cast you as a tree in the school play. And during a moment of dialogue, interrupt the actors on stage and say, "Hey, listen to Hapless Heroes podcast."
Pop up out of your child disguise as a full-grown adult.
Yeah,
If you are a full.
yeah.
Me,
Pop out of your.
grown up the whole time.
Well, you're a grown-up disguised as a child, disguised as a tree.
For sure, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead right now and
it's gotta be
just
some double layer popping.
of course, and I'm going to disavow any knowledge of this ever actually happening at any elementary school. We did not actually tell the person to do this
Yeah,
because
I-
that's fucking weird.
That's okay. I told.
Yeah, he told him to. He did, officer.
Also, Uber sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna outro my cast now.
That's a callback.
You're a
callback.
It's a good callback.
Oh my god.
Panda watch.
Okay. Just gonna throw my stuff around everywhere. Outroing my cast, we have James playing Hoblet the Smasher.
This should be interesting.
Dave as Omega Project Prototype Zero. Dave as Valen's Avatar of War.
Valen's indecisive Avatar of War
Yeah.
right now. Can some, please?
Yeah.
I need an adult.
Yeah.
Error.
I am Error.
Mike as Lord and Captain and El Presidente. Quinn Southwind.
I should have just gone invisible. You even
did.
wasted
You
the
did.
spell slots.
You did that.
I'm never gonna let you guys in on my plans again.
You didn't.
I couldn't.
Zach as Peridot Lincoln Woods.
Snore.
Massimo as Morton Mac, aka Gorgeous Morton.
So tell me more about this place.
Oh my god.
And John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Until next time.
And I'm Francesco. I've been your host and DM. Tune in next time where we finally find out what happens when you split the party not one, but 3 ways. Woo!
Nice.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm invisible.